I for sure know that in this country, in America, Black Americans have an original living situation. If you look at the numbers, we have always been systematically oppressed. So, how we take that out on each other is we're defined by our successes, our losses, and how we carry ourselves. This is only Black America. I don't really see this behavior happening amongst white people where they get on the line and they actively talk about their counterparts. This is a unique situation for Black people because of our systematic oppression, how we grew up, how, redlining, all of this it factors in because people think because they got a little money and they're successful, they're better than the next person, or vice versa. If you don't have any money, you're not successful, you're a piece of shit. I mean, not to mention, either way, people, what we all have in common as Black Americans is the struggle and the oppression. That's why we look at each other with contempt if one person is broke and then make fun of them because they broke and all of this, or make fun of Black women for being single mothers or having social stigmas that they are playing out. This is all true. We have a lot of toxic behavior in our community. Um, what we can't do is blame each other for being systematically abused and for surviving the reproach of our counterparts. Uh, there's redlining that happens throughout our whole country where Black people can't afford to buy mansions or live with white people because it was systematically designed that way. So when they do it, or when one percentage of them slip through, all of a sudden they're better than the next Black person because they made it. Why can't you make it? You must be a piece of shit. There's no such thing as white privilege. There's no such thing as white people being privileged or privy uh, without redlining or racism or verbal abuse. So I do feel like we're unique. That's why we have Kevin Daniels. That's why we have people like Kevin Daniels who can literally technically argue with you on some points, moot or not. Whether it be a valid point or not, it doesn't matter because of our systematic approach to how we live and how we navigate our daily lives as Black Americans. I don't know if this is making sense or not. All I'm saying is the reason why we're breeding these hateful men, not to mention it takes two to tango, by the way. So if you're out there having babies and getting women pregnant, why is it her fault? Y'all both did it. She's the one that got pregnant. It's her body, so it's her fault, I guess. And not to mention, not even talking about that shit, all this materialistic shit. That was the point I was trying to make in the first place. Why are you defining yourself by materialistic things? Why would you allow somebody to define you with how you want to live your life? If you have a master's degree and you're only making $7 an hour, that's kind of your business, right? Um, it's not for somebody to like make mention of or talk about or to say you're a piece of shit. It's kind of your business. It's how you live your life. What are you supposed to be looking at? What are you supposed to be paying attention to? Folks make stupid choices every day. Not just Black people, especially not just Black women. Okay? I've seen a bunch of poor decisions being made by other races of women. Not everybody have common sense is what it is. Black, white, green, blue, brown, whatever. You motherfuckers just ain't got common sense. It's an American thing, not a black American thing, not a white American thing. Yes, we're unique to the point to where we look at each other and talk about each other's clothes. This person's wearing fake poor shoes because that's kind of like, the energy that we're given. Black folks ain't got money in this country, and the ones that do, it's very little money. They can't just go out and spend. They can't go out into space with their little money. You know what I mean? They can't build a spaceship with their little money. Who you see out there building spaceships? So, I guess we have to start there too, where we're all coming from a place of a poor mentality, and that means financially poor. A lot of black people didn't grow up with money. A lot of black people don't have money now. A lot of black women have to take what they're given sometimes, no matter how hard they try, no matter how many degrees they have. My aunt worked really, really, really hard, and her husband was the housewife. But what she did when she went out, she gave him the credit cards, put the money in his wallet. So when it was time to pay, he paid for everything because she needed it to look like he was the man. I never understood it, but it did happen. And maybe she just wanted to uplift her man and, make him feel masculine. But why would that define his masculinity? Why can't he be a housewife? Why can't that? He was an excellent dad. He raised the kids. It's his philosophy that was put out to the world. I was raised from his mentality, which was have some common fucking sense, pay attention, make your own money, and don't let people define you. Literally. This is coming from a man. That's what I was raised with. That's what he told me. Have some common sense. Men don't like stupid women. That was a literal quote from him. Take care of yourself. Make sure you can handle you, your man, and everybody around. That's what I was taught. This was taught to me by a man, not a woman. I came out of a two-party house, when I was adopted. So I had a man and a woman that raised me. Anyways, like I said, I think black people have a unique perspective in America because we are, what's the word? Separated from the rest of the country. On purpose, however it's supposed to go, but it is that way. So we do have conversations that other people don't have. Like, demasculating, I guess, black women. I thought we were supposed to have both male and female balance. And by the way, how am I demasculating you? Because I work. Why don't you just get up and go get a job? And so if that defines you as a man, just go get a job. I'm not going to be like I'm better than you because I have a job and you don't. I'm just doing my thing. I'm not going to argue with nobody if they don't have a job. So don't sit up and call me all kind of bitches and hoes and childless, tit fucker, whatever you want to call me, because I'm living my life. What am I culpable of? What is my fault? What's my fault? What am I culpable of? I definitely don't go around saying strong black women. I know what the fuck I've been through though. I can say survivor for sure. That's all I've been doing is surviving like everybody else. And now that I'm thriving, why is that hateful? It's a little bit more to it, it takes a lot to get over surviving and start to thrive. I kind of wish that I listened to this man talk, because like it's all over the internet. People are so hurt by I never really listened to what the man said, so maybe I should go look at them videos. But it just didn't sit well in my spirit then, so why would it sit well with me now? You know what I mean? um I can't like define myself by somebody else's philosophy. I just can't. I know how I've been living and how I've been surviving, and that makes me happy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, you know. I get up, I wash my ass, I cook for myself. I make money for myself. I'm not telling you you're a piece of shit because you don't make money. Now, if you come in my space and try to use me for my money, not men, but anybody, I'm going to have some boundaries and set them in place. Black women are not the issue here. The only issue you have is with you. If you can't feel like a man on your own, it's probably not my problem, bruh. For real, it's not my problem. I shouldn't have to define you as a man in order for you to feel like one. What's that doing for me? What security is that for me? If I do decide to engage with what I'm supposed to be a masculine man, if I'm always having to make you feel secure about being a man, what the fuck? It's ridiculous. It's one sided. Um, Whatever. If you don't understand that, you gotta feed yourself and wipe your own ass and take a bath and do like real human shit, like just like everybody else. Wipe your nose, wipe your ass, clean your ass. That's all I got for you. I can't tell you how to do it. I can't tell you to wipe your ass with a towelette or a diaper wipe or toilet paper. That's up to you. But hopefully it makes you feel like a man to do it. I don't know what to tell you. um how are women? First of all, everybody has the potential to be ratchet, women and men. Yes, women are out there, they, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I know what I do, which is, like I said, work, love, clean, live, and all of that. I don't go out and purposely try to hurt a black man's feeling. If anything, I'm out there trying to help. You know what I mean? Uplift, all of that. And yes, there is definite some crazy toxic behavior in black culture, period. Why? Because black men and women with money, or people who are defining themselves as successful leaders, they out there showing their titties, shaking their ass, cussing people out, calling women bitches and hoes, uh, being destructive towards men, robbing men, drugging men, uh, and then pushing that shit out into the public and wondering why these bitches are out here doing that and why you have a Kevin Samuels in the first place. I do agree with Sunkiss on that shit. Sunkiss Goddess. Once again, go check out her channel. I hope she don't think that I was ever in opposition to her. I am not in opposition to myself. This is about me, moi. I am not in opposition to myself. So I will never be in opposition to my beliefs. I can't. It's impossible. Now, if my beliefs were toxic and I was trying to push that on somebody else, I would expect people to cuss me out and be like, yo, bitch, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but you got to go with that shit. I agree with that. But if I'm out here talking about sunshine and love, what's wrong with that? You know, we already know what the truth is about our people, right? And so if we're trying to change the narrative and push the narrative, and again, going through that mourning stage, MOURN, where we've never mourned our oppression and we've never actually sat down and mourned it and got over it to heal from it. Obviously, we have not, because of the way, the state of who we are right now. And it is definitely toxic. It is, but it's definitely okay for a woman to be single. Any woman, black, white, green, brown, whoever, if that's her choice. What if she's asexual? She just don't like nobody. What if she, she possibly was raped at one time and just don't trust men and will never physically touch a man again? That's kind of her choice. It's nobody else's. But if it's hurting other people, then yeah, that's when, you should step in and say something. And sometimes some of y'all philosophy that you were imposing on other people could hurt. That doesn't mean that I have to be susceptible to your imposition. I could walk away from that, and that's okay. That's absolutely quite all right. I don't have to believe what you believe. And most of the time I don't. Most of the time I believe what I believe. And sometimes we happen to agree. Y'all better stop letting people define you, or let money define you, or let material things define you. That shit is about to go away. And then what are you going to have? You're going to have the help of your fellow man, whether she got tits and a vagina or not. We're going to have to pull together. And we're not going to be defined by money, clout, none of that. And when you don't have that, what are you going to have? Your integrity. And if your integrity is shit, you are not going to be valuable to nobody.